Welcome back everybody to How Fast Will It Go, and today we're dealing with the 2021 Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat. So this now has 1,750 horsepower, 1,475 pounds-feet of torque from a 7.4 litre twin turbocharged V8 engine. The car itself now weighs 4,379 pounds, still has its all-wheel drive system, and it can do 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds and 0 to 105.558 seconds. So it's got this amount of power purely just to help it overcome its really rather large surface area, because it obviously is an SUV, and even though it does weigh a lot less than it did originally, about 1,200 pounds, it still has a lot of weight on the go as well. So yeah, definitely needs that amount of power. The only vehicle that we've had on this series so far that is comparable in terms of perhaps size and weight is maybe a 2003 Ford F-150 SVT Lightning, but we've generally not had many SUVs out on this series just because they typically won't do well because of how large and heavy they are. But with this having a lot of power and being a modern car, it should hopefully do reasonably well. So yeah, let's get out there and see what it can do. So if this can be faster than other, did not see that car there. If this can be faster than other cars that are a lot smaller and a lot lighter, then yeah, that will be impressive in its own right. But yeah, as long as it can do quicker than the F-150, which only managed 249 miles an hour, I'll be pleased with that. So yeah, it's 230 already. 240. It's not gaining speed at a rapid rate because obviously there's a lot of aerodynamic drag on this car. But there's 250, we're beating the F-150, so that is a good sign at least. 255. Obviously another factor for this is the fact that it doesn't really have handling on its side. Even with all the handling upgrades they've given it, slick tyres, lower suspension, reduction in weight, it still is at the end of the day a large heavy SUV, so yeah, that's got to be a problem, certainly a problem in terms of dodging traffic. I'll have to skip back a little bit further than that to get around that centre. Just don't have the agility really to be skirting around cars in the manner that we do with a lot of vehicles in this series. Right, so we're coming down to the downhill section now, so yeah, this is where we will gain speed thanks to the aid of gravity, but it is at the end of the day what this car can do under its own power. But that's 662, 63, 64, 5, 6. What are we going to hold? 263. Looking like it. 264. Yeah, I'm going to say 264. It held it enough there for me. Oh, and landed it like a glove. Alright, oh yeah. So yeah, 264 mile an hour. That is fairly decent, to be honest. So that is quicker, or as quick as, an ATS GT and a Lamborghini Espada 400 GT. It's quicker than a Mazda 323 GTR, a Cupra Tavascan Concept, a Lotus Esprit Turbo, a Chevrolet Corvette from 1953, a Ford Capri, a Wuling Hongyang Mini Macaron, a Lamborghini Countach from 2021, and that Ford F-150 SVT Lightning. Slightly slower than a Ford Supervan 3, which again is a comparable car in terms of size, although that is a much lighter vehicle, as well as a Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Coupe, Porsche 911 GT3, Bentley Turbo R, and a Fiat Dino Coupe. So it's quicker than several cars, but there's only really one modern car there that it's quicker than, and that is the Lamborghini Countach, whereas everything else is pretty much older. There's the Cupra Tavascan is slightly newer, but that is a concept car at the end of the day, so it's kind of hard to judge what that could really do, but still, that is fairly decent. But yeah, handling really isn't this car's strong suit, and yeah, putting this amount of power into it and expecting it to do the kind of speeds it's doing while also expecting it to handle is yeah, a bit of a trial, to be honest. It's not the greatest of dodging in and out of traffic like some vehicles are on this series, but if you just have to pure straight line speed and not interested in anything else, then yeah, this is a fairly decent vehicle up to a point. But there are definitely quicker vehicles out there that probably weigh about as much as this, but because they're generally quite a smaller car, they are better at the top end. Nonetheless, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.